Hi, hello everyone. In this video, there will be discussion on the theoretical aspects of set off and carry forward of losses. Kindly watch the video till the end, like it, share and subscribe. If you have any comments about the video, please put your comments in the comment box. Now, let's move to the presentation. Of course, this is which is there involved in the process of computing the total income of an assessee. So once there is an aggregation of the income from all the 5 heads, there may be some losses under a particular head, which is to be adjusted in order to arrive the total income of an assessee. While aggregating the income of each head, such negative income, or in other words to say the loss, must be adjusted against other incomes so that the gross total income of an assessee can be arrived. So here the set off of losses is nothing but adjustment of the losses against the positive incomes of the assessee. Suppose if the losses are exceeding the incomes, in other words to say, if there is no sufficient income of an assessee to make adjustment of such losses can be carried forward to the subsequent years. And whenever there is an income, then in such case the such carry forward of losses can be adjusted. The set off and carry forward of losses are governed by the provisions which are laid down in section 70 to section 80 of the Income Tax Act. Now let us understand what is this set off. In a very common layman language to say, set off is nothing but adjustment of the losses against incomes in the same year. Suppose, say for example, if the assessee may be having loss from house property. So this loss from house property, how it can be adjusted against other incomes? So such loss from house property can be adjusted against income from business, or maybe like income from capital gain, etc. like this here. So that the negative will be adjusted against the positive to arrive at the gross total income, and on which, after arriving the total income, after allowing the deduction under section 80C to 80U, the tax is levied. Then there are steps of set off here. Such set off may be inter-source set off or adjustment of losses, or it may be inter-head set off and carry forward of losses. All these steps are to be applied chronologically. So first, always the loss must be adjusted against the income from a particular source under the same head. In a case where the loss cannot be adjusted against the income under the same head, then in such case it can be adjusted against other heads of incomes. Suppose even if the loss cannot be adjusted against other heads of income, in such case such loss can be carried forward to the subsequent assessment years. Now let's understand inter-source set off of losses. So inter-source, an assessee may be having the incomes and losses and from the different sources which are chargeable under the same head. So he may have a loss from one source and he may have income from another source. To give an example, if the assessee is having 2 businesses, let us assume that one business he is having a cotton business and another one he is having automobile business. He may have loss from a cotton business and at the same time he may have income from automobile business. So the loss from cotton business can be adjusted against the income from automobile business. So this is what we call it as inter-source set-off. Similarly, to give another example here, he may have a loss from SOP, that is a self-occupied property, whereas he may have income from LOP. So the loss from SOP can be adjusted against the income from LOP. Or say he may have two LOPs, he may have loss from one LOP and at the same time he may have income from another LOP. So the loss from one LOP can be adjusted against the income from another LOP here. Now there are certain exceptions to this rule here. The loss from speculation can be set off against speculation profits only. Here, if the assessee is involved the carrying of the speculative losses, then in such case the speculative loss must be adjusted only against the speculation profit. It cannot be adjusted against regular business income. Please do remember that here even the speculation business is a legal business. So then what exactly the speculation here? A speculative transaction means a transaction in which a contract for the purchase or sale of any commodity, stocks, shares are settled through price differences and not through the actual delivery of the subject matter here. So such business, what we call it as speculation business. So any loss from the speculation business must be adjusted only against the speculation income. Then the loss from long-term capital loss can be set off only against a long-term capital gain. Similarly, loss from the activity of owning and maintaining a horse race against income from the activity of owning and maintaining the horses. Here the activity of owning and maintaining horse race is nothing but it is concerned with the maintenance of those horses which will be used in the race course. So if the assessee is having the race course here and whatever he spends for the purpose of the maintaining the horse race and seating arrangements and for that which he charges from the viewers, so all that will be his income. Then so such loss from the activity of owning and maintaining horse race can be set off against only against the income from the activity of owning and maintaining race horses. Then any loss cannot be set off against winnings from lotteries, crossword puzzles, races including horse race and card games, or even it may be a TV game show also. In other words, to say no loss under any head can be set off against casual incomes. Then no losses can be set off against exempted incomes. So these are the exceptions to the rule of inter-source set-off. Then the inter-head adjustment. Inter-head adjustment under section 71. If any loss which cannot be adjusted against another source under the same head, in such case, such loss can be adjusted against other heads of incomes. For example, suppose if there is a loss from self-occupied property, and if such loss is not adjusted against the income from LOP, then in such case, it can be adjusted against the income from business or capital gain. So now, there are exceptions. There are certain exceptions to the rule of this adjustment under section 71. Speculation losses, as it is previously stated in the previous slide, any speculation loss under the business head must be set off only against the speculation profit. Similarly, loss under the capital gain head, it cannot be adjusted against other heads of income. Then loss from the activity of owning and maintaining resources, it must be adjusted only against the income from the activity of owning and maintaining resources. So the table provides here with respect to how the loss under a particular head can be set off against which heads here. So if there is a loss from house property, it should be adjusted against income from salary. Remember here, if it is of the current year, then business income, capital gain and income from other sources except the casual income such as winnings from lotteries, crossword puzzles, winnings from horses including races including horse race, and income from the owning and maintaining racehorse. Then loss from a speculation other than the speculation loss, it can be adjusted against the income from house property, capital gain, income from other sources, then except the casual incomes, and the income from owning and maintaining racehorses. Please do remember that the loss from business can never be adjusted against the income from salary. Even if it is a brought forward loss, it cannot be adjusted. Then loss from other sources except from the activity of owning and maintaining racehorses, income from house property, business income and capital gain. Usually, practically, there cannot be loss from the other sources. But if there are any such losses, so it can be adjusted only against income from house property, business income and capital gains. Then the carry forward of losses. When a loss either which cannot be adjusted against the income under the same head or against the other heads of income, in such case such loss can be carried forward to the subsequent years and it can be adjusted in future. The basic reason to carry forward of such losses is that there may be absence or inadequacy of the income or insufficient of amount of the income. So that's why it will be carried forward to the subsequent assessment years. Then there are some expenses comes here, unabsorbed expenses. See here these are the expenses of the earlier years which are carried forward due to the short of profits or short of income. Normally these unabsorbed expenses, they come under business head. Then a depreciation, then similarly capital expenditure on scientific research, capital expenditure on family planning. If these are there, then these are all the unabsorbed expenses will be of these three kinds, which can be adjusted against other heads of income except the salary here. Now let us look into the carry forward of losses at a glance here. So this table depicts here how the loss from under which head can be carried forward up to how many years, and it can be adjusted in the subsequent years against which income, which head of income. Now let us see here. If there is a loss from house property or the brought forward loss from the house property, it can be adjusted only against income from a house property up to a maximum of rupees 2 lakhs only, and such loss can be carried forward for a maximum of 8 years. So there is no question of continuation of the business which does not arise at all, and for which they need not file a return of loss in time here. Then if there is any speculation loss, and such a speculation loss can be adjusted, as already told you, it must be adjusted only against the speculation profits of the next year, and such a speculation loss can be carried for a maximum of 4 years, and there is no need of continuation of any business in such case. Then there is needs to be filing of return of loss in time. Then if there is any loss from the non-speculative activities, then it can be adjusted against any incomes except income from salary and casual income such as winnings from lotteries, crossword puzzles, winnings from races including horse race, and income from the activity of owning and maintaining the racehorses. So there is no time limit to carry forward of such losses, and even there is no need of continuation of the business here, and there is no need of filing of return of income for carry forward of such losses. Then other remaining loss. Suppose if the expenses are more than the incomes inside, because of that, if there is a such loss, it can be adjusted against a business profit only or a business income, and such loss can be carried forward for a maximum of 8 years, and there is no need of a continuation of any business, and the return of loss is to be filed well in time. Then if there is any loss from a short-term capital asset, it can be adjusted against either long-term capital gain or a short-term capital gain in the next year. Such a short-term capital loss can be carried forward for a maximum of 8 years. there is no need of any continuation of the business, but the assessee has to file the return of loss in time. Then a long-term capital loss. So if there is any loss from the long-term capital asset, it must be adjusted against only the income from the long-term or in others to say the long-term capital gain in the subsequent years. Such loss, that is long-term capital loss, can be carried forward for a maximum of 8 years, and there is no need of a continuation of the business by the assessee, but the assessee has to file the return of income. Then if there is a loss from the activity of owning and maintaining resources, such a loss can be adjusted only against the income from the activity of owning and maintaining resource in the next year, and such loss can be carried forward for a maximum of 4 years from the year of incurring of such loss. And here the assessee should continue the business of the that is running the race course, etc. here. Then such an assessee has to submit the return of loss in time here. So only thing we should notice from this table is that speculation loss and the loss from the activity of owning and maintaining resources can be carried forward for a maximum of 4 years. Then there is a procedure of setting up of the losses in case of the business or profession here. So first, the current year's depreciation must be adjusted. Then current year's capital expenditure on scientific research and family planning is to be adjusted. Then if there are any brought forward business losses, they must be adjusted. Then if there is any unabsorbed depreciation, it is to be adjusted. Then after that, the unabsorbed capital expenditure on scientific research and family planning must be adjusted here. So this is a procedure to be followed when a set-off takes place under that business year. Thank you for watching this video.